Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. How are we doing here? These poor wigs. I need to get some new ones. I keep saying it, but I'm just trying to be careful with money these days because money's been tight with, I got to buy Avery new ice skates. You know what I'm saying? So, I ran the, horrible wigs will have to suffice for a little while. Hi, Adonis. Let's pin that. Lose, General. Lose, General. Maybe feeling better, compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Money comes in, finances improve, listen to your intuition, take time for relaxation and self-care. The hard work you put into work, school, or business is paying off. Maybe spending time with a Libra. May have something nice happening around the home, moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home, whatever it is, it will be positive. The wigs are so good. They're looking a little like ratty, right? Like if you look back on my old videos, they look so much nicer. This like, and it doesn't look so bad here, but like when I go in the bathroom, I'm like, oh, it looks terrible. But it's only for in here. I don't go out in public. Can you imagine? Phantom, General. You got some good luck coming in. Luck is changing for the better and a disappointment is healing. With growth, change, and transformation, life begins to move forward. Teamwork is favored around work, school, or business. And you may be feeling like relief around finances moving forward or around business. You also have a wish coming true. Maybe spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, and something may happen that makes you happy this month. Not bad. Lydia, surprise me. You've got new beginnings on the horizon with choices and options around social activity. Maybe planning travel, possibly a road trip. You've got, the Magician, bringing in the ability to manifest new opportunities. If you're feeling undecided about something or someone, don't make any decisions until you're ready. Maybe spending time with fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Maybe spending time with water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Not too bad. Red, how's the lawyer feeling about me and my case? Okay, is this person coming off as a little stoic, or they're not really giving you much, like as to which way it's going to go? I think they're erring on the side of caution, but I do think that they feel you have a strong case. You got the Strength card here. But they may be coming off like a little stoic. Butterfly for the next 24. Butterfly for the next 24. Making decisions that push life forward towards greener pastures. Old wounds heal and move into the past. You may be feeling like teamwork is favored around work, school, or business. Maybe spending time with a Cancer or a Taurus. You could be planning travel, possibly a road trip. You may also be spending time with another water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. New beginnings are on the horizon that lead to success. Tanya for the next 48. May hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Now, looking back on the past, you may have choices and options around social activity. Life comes into balance. Plus, you could be starting a new journey or something out of the blue, fun and exciting maybe happening. Hi, Zara. Queen for tomorrow. Queen for tomorrow. Negativity moves into the past, and the hard work you put into work, school, or business comes back and pays off. Money comes in, finances improve, and that may be relieving. Maybe tomorrow's payday. You've got choices and options around social activity, and a wish comes true, maybe spending time with an Aquarius. Mariana, general for the weekend. Life moves forward towards greener pastures when you listen to your intuition. New beginnings are on the horizon that could lead you to success. You've got Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race, but you do have a wish coming true. Life's moving forward and you're ready for it. And something nice may happen around the home. Moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home, whatever it is. It's positive. Mega, love. When it comes to love, exploring your options could lead you to success, and you do have romance heating up. But you might need to disconnect from something or someone that no longer serves you. Life's moving forward with the Magician. You have the ability to manifest new opportunities. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Disappointments heal and move into the past, and life moves forward. May have water around Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. LA, does Michael have more money for me? I'm not convinced he has more money for you. I don't believe so. Science, will Matt end up leaving this situation? Yes, most likely. I don't know when, I don't know what the situation is, but the quick answer or the short answer would be yes, eventually. Katrina, will Virgo reach out to Wesley for his birthday tomorrow by text or call? I'm not convinced. Probably not. The chance looks slim. So let's see what happens. Free Spirit, LK's intentions towards me. They're undecided. They don't specifically know exactly what they want. Although there is communication either coming in or picking up. Listen to your intuition, and expressing your wants and needs around the situation could be helpful. Lee, do you see Jordan and Gemini being released in 2019 or 2030, or wait earlier than that? I'm going to say 2029. I don't think it's going to be way earlier than that, but it may be around 2029. Essence, Friday through the weekend. Weight of the world slips off your shoulders when you take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Listen to your intuition. Success comes in around work, school, or business, and you may be thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study. You could have money coming in. You may also be feeling like thinking about going back to school. Somebody can make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. Leo Moon, general love. When it comes to love, you got romance heating up, possibly with a Leo. If you're already with someone, current relationship should be strengthening. If you're not with anyone, may have an air sign coming in or a Leo. Air is Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Well-balanced, well-functioning relationship around life moving forward. So it's probably going to be new energy coming in, not old energy returning. Eli, love. You have a well-balanced, well-functioning relationship. If you're already with this person, things look good. Pretty good. If you're not with anyone, you're not looking back on the past, life's moving forward, it's probably new energy coming in. Could be a new journey that begins when somebody makes you an offer that would be hard to turn down. Maybe with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You have a wish comes true. But exploring your options around love could lead you to success. Devin, money. When it comes to money, you could be adding a new stream of income, which could be bringing in a little bit more financial security. Teamwork is favored. Exploring your options and expressing your wants and needs around potential employers or current employer could help life move forward towards greener pastures. Queen, love for the next week. Queen, love for the next week. Exploring your options around love could lead you to success. You do have a love offer coming in and happiness around a well-balanced relationship. Now, if you're already with this person, things look good. It'll be a great week. Well-functioning. If you're not with anyone, you could have new energy coming in that may be a Gemini, a Scorpio, or possibly even a Cancer. But Gemini and Scorpio come up the strongest. Listen to your intuition and explore your options. Don't hesitate to express your wants and needs around love and may be helpful. Queen, tease next action towards me from now until next week. Things may be a little bit slow, but you do have communication coming in. You should hear from this person. Listen to your intuition. Communication comes in or communication picks up out of the clear blue sky. TR, energy between me and AA. Energy is looking a little stagnant. Got the hangman here. A little stagnant. If you want to see something change, you just may need to be the one to take the initiative. Summer, love. If you're feeling undecided about something or someone, don't make any decisions until you're ready to explore your options. Water here, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Exploring your options could lead to success, but slow and steady wins the race. You also may have a Leo around. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and life moves forward. Migu, general for the weekend. Good. Anxiety is easing and moving into the past, and so is an old wound. Areas of your life that have been stuck or stagnant should now start to move forward. You have a fire sign coming in, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You may be feeling like going back to school or learning a new area of study, and there's relief around life moving forward in general. You may have choices and options around social activity, especially around group activities or choices. Jamie and Brianna, Aries. Things are a little slow, but communication is bringing in happiness. Slow and steady wins the race. Things may be a little bit out of balance, but you may see an improvement sometime between now and the end of August. Tamana, will me and my sister travel to Canada for our brother's wedding in August? I think you guys will, most likely. Magician's Heart, Snap Friend, Tacky Enemies, Energy Update. Energy stagnant. Hermit is like emotionally shut down, or things are kind of stagnant. Yeah, I would say the energy, not much is changing around the situation. Macy, general for the rest of the week. Disappointments heal and move into the past, and life begins to move forward. You may be feeling successful around work, school, or business, and like better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. A little more financial security is coming in, plus you may be spending time with fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. 555, why did A call me today? He's going to try to hang out sometimes. I took your advice and left him alone. He is going to try to hang out, yep. He sure is. But if you like ignore it or just turn him down, he'll go away eventually. The school card. But keep in mind, it doesn't always have to be school. Like a lot of times I find with the cards say something and we think something. Like we think, oh, maybe going back to school, we think college, going in, take a, I know I had to go back once for take accounting class, which was horrible. It sucked. But it doesn't have to be that. It could be going to school to learn how to knit, cook, kickbox, whatever. Pallavi, love. When it comes to love, your love life may be changing for the better. You've got fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Disappointments heal and move into the past, and a wish comes true. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and you have the world at your feet. Lay down the law, set boundaries. It'll serve you well. You also may have a Scorpio around. Don't be afraid to express your wants and needs and walk away from things that aren't working, because you'll have choices. And Lourdes, do you see me being director of any school until the end of 25 or 26? It's probably going to be in 26, but yeah, that's probably going to happen. Stephanie, update on my job search. You have opportunities coming in. Life is coming into balance, bringing in more money. Exploring your options leads to success. Growth, change, and transformation comes in and around work. Feeling better compensated, better respected, and successful. You're going to find something better. I'm going to say it's probably going to be between now and like maybe the end of September. Martisha, messages surrounding my work team returning back to the office 3 days a week, just hoping for a miracle. I think you guys are going to wind up going back in 3 days a week, because it's like people are feeling disappointed, but the company may feel like it's better to have people, like they need people to be kind of held accountable, or they need people there, and they feel like it's a loss of control. We'll see what happens. Shah, boyfriend Jay's current feelings or next actions towards me. There seems to be a disconnect between the two of you, or things have weakened. If you're feeling like something is off in the situation, it may be time to have a discussion about it. Look out for having a little bit of an argument or a disagreement, because it doesn't look like the two of you are on the same page. You could hear from him at some point, but even the communication looks like it may be spotty. Yeah, I don't know when's the last time you spoke to him. because communication looks like it's inconsistent. Lee, how does Tay the Libra feel about these days? He's watching me. How does Tay the Libra feel about me these days? Well, he may be curious and nosy. That's why he's watching you. He thinks that you're smart, intelligent, down-to-earth, kind-hearted, successful. He may find you to be like creative, unique. Yeah, I mean, he thinks highly of you, and I think he's curious as to what's going on. Seems a little nosy. Be wise. What can I expect from my boss, ZV? We're not on good terms. You may have a meeting or a discussion about it. Emperor in reverse. He may be looking to control or manipulate the situation some way. Yeah, I would be careful, but I don't think anything bad's going to happen. You just may have like a meeting. A discussion, talk about some kind of nonsense. Ruchi, next in love. You may feel relief around love when somebody makes you an offer that will be hard to turn down. Exploring your options leads to success. A disappointment is healing and moving into the past, and you could be spending time with Water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Life's moving forward. Exploring your options could lead you to success. Don't settle for less than you want or deserve when it comes to love. Virta, the rest of July with boyfriend M. I don't see much changing. So wherever your relationship is with him right now, it's going to be like this at the end of the month. Things look a little slow, and somebody may be feeling a little stressed. It's like feeling burdened or weighed down, or like maybe things aren't functioning well, but nothing bad is happening. It just may be a little bit on the slow side. Amy, for the next 48 hours with Sunny. Lay down the law, set boundaries, it'll serve you well. You've got feeling like things are functioning better. So it's like lay down the law, set boundaries, and then that may make things like function better between the two of you. Oh, but things are a little bit misaligned, or the two of you aren't on the same page. My suggestion would be to talk this out, whatever it is, because the two of you might not be on the same page, but discussing it could help things move forward. Listen to your intuition, and I wouldn't try to force or manipulate anything. I would just kind of go with the flow of things. B, just say you have anxiety. That's how I got out of the office. Michelle, general for the beginning of August. Slow and steady wins the race, but life moves forward. You may be spending time with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Life changes for you for the better quickly, and you may have some good luck coming in. Lay down the law, set boundaries, it'll serve you well. Disappointments heal and move into the past. Maybe thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study. Lolly, when am I getting a new job? Could be in the month of October. Stacy, for tomorrow. Areas of your life that have been stuck or stagnant should now start to move forward, and a disappointment heals and moves into the past. Slow and steady wins the race, but life moves forward, and you're ready for things to happen. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You may have money coming in, finances could be improving, and you may get good news around work, school, or business. Emily, near future for Jane and me. You've got communication either coming in or picking up. An old wound is healing and moving into the past, and you may be spending time together. Perseverance pays off around the situation moving forward. Liz, for the next 24. For the next 24, if you're feeling undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready. Maybe planning travel, possibly a road trip. Could be spending time with a Sagittarius. Life changes for you for the better quickly when you're clear about what you want. You also may be spending time with water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Having choices and options around social activity may make you feel relief. Harmony, what's coming up for me in the rest of 25? Perseverance pays off. Listen to your intuition and take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Money comes in, finances improve. Lay down the law, set boundaries. You've got success coming in around work, school, or business, and relief around finances improving. That's not bad. Maybe spending time with a Leo or an Earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. B, love. Exploring your options around love and walking away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you can push your life forward. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. You do have a committed relationship if that's something that you're interested in, but you may have to let go of something that isn't working. And then you may have Earth coming in, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. M&M general for the rest of July. Rest of July is okay. Life's moving forward towards greener pastures. You could be planning travel and life comes into balance. If you're feeling undecided about something or someone, don't make any decisions until you're ready. You may be feeling grounded and stable around work, school, or business, and teamwork is favored. You also could be focusing or getting an idea for a side business that may end up being successful. Emily, love and romance. You might need to let go of something or someone that is no longer serving you. You've got things being stuck or stagnant or feeling negative around a situation. If that's true, leave it in the past and then new beginnings, new doors open. Slow and steady wins the race. Anything that is, anything that you feel has been disappointing or stagnant or not moving forward the way you're not getting out of it what you're putting into it, it may be time to leave that in the past, and then you'll have choices and options. You could have air coming in, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You may also have a Virgo. Disappointments heal and move into the past, and life moves forward. D for the rest of the day. For the rest of the day, slow and steady wins the race, but life moves forward. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. Take time if you can for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You may reconnect with an old friend or someone you haven't seen in a while. Disappointments heal and move into the past with new beginnings on the horizon. Not bad. Sorry, you said there's deceit around a Pisces and his feelings read earlier. Does he have any ill intentions towards me, like he's trying to do something crazy or harm me in any way? Or is he the one feeling deceived? No, I think he's been lying to you. So I think he's the one that's been deceitful. Who knows where the lies come in, but he may have been lying to you about a lot of things. I don't think he's going to do anything to harm you, or I don't think that he's even thinking about it anymore. I think it's just, it is what it is right now. I would just leave it alone. I don't think he'll bother you. There's not really anything that he can do. Amen for the weekend with O. Weekend with O. Looks like you might feel like things are a little slow, or you're not getting to where you want to be. You could feel like things are unsuccessful. I don't see anything terrible happening. It just maybe that not all that much is happening. If you have plans with this person, it just may not be anything extraordinary. If you don't have plans, you may not do anything. S. Lila, general reading. general reading. You've got success coming in around work, school, or business, and you also maybe feeling like something nice is happening around the home, moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home. Disappointment heals and moves into the past. If you're feeling undecided about something or someone, don't make any decisions until you're ready and listen to your intuition. Clean music. Will my 2-year-old niece be okay? She's on her way to visit her mother's side of the family. I think she's going to be okay, yeah. Lily, do you see there will be chemistry between Tay the Aries and I? You know, there is potential. If you feel like you're not feeling it immediately, give it a little bit of time because it might not be immediate. It might take a minute to get there, but there's potential, yeah. Starfall, IW can't find her beige purse. Could you see anything around where it could be in the house? It's in the house. And maybe in the closet. Is there a closet in the bedroom on the floor? It's like, I think it's in the closet. I think it's in the bedroom. I think it's either down low or up high, but I'm thinking it's down low. Oh, you're welcome. Hope it turns up. I think it's going to turn up. First card that it turned over was the house. It's in the house somewhere. Is there anyone here I haven't answered for? Lily, general. Lay down the law, set boundaries, it'll serve you well. Maybe spending time with Sagittarius and negativity moves into the past. Maybe spending time with water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You could have choices and options around social activity. Disappointments heal and move into the past. Listen to your intuition, and you may be thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study. Not bad. Hello, new love. Hello is love is very stale. Okay, let's see. Well, this fall you may have some new opportunities coming in that could spice things up a little bit. You've got romance that could be heating up with an Aries. Perseverance could pay off with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. New beginnings on the horizon. Listen to your intuition and life is moving forward. I don't think it's going to stay like this. Tanya, love coming in. The earth signs showing up here. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Disappointments are healing and moving into the past, and life may be moving forward. Listen to your intuition and explore your options. You also could have a Gemini here. Your luck may be changing for the better quickly if you listen to your intuition. Growth, change, and transformation comes in and around love. Explore your options leads to success. Sarah, I need your advice. Feels like someone stabbed a knife in my heart. Hearing he was deceitful. I trusted him with my heart. I haven't trusted anyone. How do you get over it? You have to disconnect from it. So there's nothing, like when, you know how they say, like the Maya Angelou thing, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. You have to really see somebody for who they are. And unfortunately, I think more often men than women, although it could work both ways, they do things that make their ego feel good. They don't care. Like, there is no greater feeling for a man than to have women fighting over him or women chasing him. Like, they love it. They love saying the woman's crazy and she's out of control, and it's not true. I mean, sometimes it is. I mean, there are women, trust me, I've heard stories that have done crazy things. But I know that even in my past, I've been labeled as crazy. People have accused me that I would do things that were so insane. Things that not only have I never done, but I would never do them. I just don't even care enough. But but the point is that you can't have to stop looking at him as to who you thought he was and see him for who he really is. And that person you don't want to be with. There's nothing to be hurt about when it's that person, because you don't want to be with that person. Like, let somebody else have to deal with that. Let somebody else think that he's wonderful and then find out 2 years from now who he really is. You see what I'm saying? It's like we've fallen in love, all of us mostly, with somebody who never existed. That wasn't who they were. When somebody falls in love with me, this is who I am. I act the same in here that I do when I'm in the yoga room. I'm the same person when I'm out in public. I'm the same person when I'm with my family. I'm the same person when I'm with my friends. I don't become somebody else. But there are people that do that. They're going to mirror you and make them think that you guys are exactly the same and you've been through the same shit. And it's a mind fuck when you realize that that's not who the person was. But there are people like that out there, and you won't be as hurt when you realize that that's not the person that you wanted. So essentially, you're mourning over a person that didn't exist. You know, it's like falling in love. Like, I keep seeing all of this shit about AI boyfriends. How fucking twisted is that? That's twisted. But that's what it is. It's falling in love with somebody who doesn't exist. It's not a real person. That's not who they are. They're pretending to be that person. Like, if I were to come on here and pretend that I was a brain surgeon and an opera singer and Olympic gymnast, I'm none of those things. But if I told you that, how would you know? You wouldn't. You wouldn't know until you found out years later that I am not a gymnast. I'm definitely not a gymnast. So you have to disconnect from it. You have to stop thinking about it. You have to stop talking about it. Trying to figure out where things went wrong, it's not going to help you. There's nowhere to figure it out. It didn't work. Leave it at that. Walk away from it. But you're not ready to disconnect from it. It's still very much front and center in your mind, and that's why it's still bothering you. You got to find something else to do, somewhere else to put your energy. Tanya, general. You have choices and options coming in around social activity, and with the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. Could be spending time with the Libra. I don't know. We have a Libra around? But there's that Capricorn. That guy ain't letting go. Well, he's around. You have success coming in around work, school, or business. Teamwork is favored around work, school, or business, and walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. John, energy around me, hearing back from Barbara Harrison and the King Center in Atlanta about my project. Energy's good. Areas of your life that have been stuck or stagnant should now start to move forward. Even if it is slow and steady wins the race, expressing your wants and needs and your perseverance leads you to success. Bless bitches, any love or romance or intimacy coming in August. Maybe Four of Cups person decides to come out of the shadows. There's cause for celebration that comes in August around a celebration. Is there a birthday in August that may be of significance? There could be a fire sign that comes in, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Most likely it's a Sagittarius, but I don't know. Leo comes up kind of strong too. Exploring your options leads to success. Ask Rosie, will any of the job applications from today get picked up for? Yeah, you guys, whatever the applications are that you filled out today, you may hear from more than one of them. Beautiful one, finances. Disappointments heal and move into the past, and life begins to move forward successfully. It may be a little slow and steady wins the race, but between now and the end of the year, a wish comes true and finances improve. Vartika, guidance for connections with SS. Slow and steady wins the race, and expressing your wants and needs around the situation may be helpful. Whoever this person is, match their energy. If you're putting in more effort than you're getting back, pull your energy back. Find something else to do, because it looks like things are a little bit out of balance. Davy, general for the next 3 weeks. Perseverance pays off around work, school, or business, and life is moving forward towards greener pastures. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. Old wounds heal and move into the past. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. The hard work you put into work, school, or business comes back and pays off. Maybe spending time with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. And you might be feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Showing energy between me and Kay. I feel like he's acting funny. Energy is okay though. I mean, it's a little slow, but it's well balanced and like successful. It's okay. Archie for the next 24. If you're feeling undecided about something or someone, don't make any decisions until you're ready and listen to your intuition. You have a new journey that may begin. You may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from, or get good news that you've been waiting on. Maybe feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Is there anyone here I haven't answered for yet? Sarah, I think I'm just trying to figure out where I missed the red flags. How could I have known that he was deceitful? Because I'm so scared. I don't want it to happen again. You have to heal first. Yeah, you have to heal first. I mean, people are deceitful. Most people are liars. But, you know, my one friend said this to me, and my one friend has been through it when it comes to men. Anyway, she said, she goes, you know, I was seeing all the red flags. I was just ignoring them. And when she said that, I was like, you know what? I've done that too. Like, you see all the red flags, and it's like, nah, or maybe that's not what he meant. I mean, I caught this one person in so many lies, and I didn't even call him out on it. Like, why didn't I say, hey, wait a minute, explain that to me? But I didn't. And then, like, that came back to bite me in the ass years later. But, like, there's no point in sitting around wondering, like, why didn't I figure this out? You figured it out now. So now you have to just put it in the past and forget about it, because it's never going to change. You know, it's like when I was seeing that Aquarius. I mean, how long was that going to continue like that? It would have gone on forever. It would have gone on forever if I let it. And I was letting it. Until finally I got to the point where I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. It's not fun. This just isn't fun. This sucks. Yeah, that's true. The more you fear deceitful people, yeah. Arya, should I call Safa? Yeah, I don't see any reason why not. Nelia, is Russ interested in me romantically or just for fun? Like looking for a long-term commitment? I don't believe so. But hanging out and hooking up, that could be, yeah. If you want more than that, I would be clear about what you want before you start. Sarah, what's going to happen between me and Philip the Leo? You know what? I don't think anything is going to come of it. This is the ex that just recently resurfaced. I think he may bother you a couple of times, and then he may fuck off. So if you stand your ground, I think he'll leave you alone. And you know what, too? It's like, once we realize that we know what we're dealing with, like now I'm a little more educated on like limerence and people that are highly narcissistic. I've learned a lot about people that lie. I've learned a lot about people that come from dysfunctional families, like narcissistic families, where the mother is like the narcissist and the father's the enabler, and then there's a golden child, and then there's the scapegoat that never does anything right. Like, I've learned about all this stuff. So you can kind of see it. And once again, unfortunately, in a situation, I had somebody actually telling me that this was the way that it was, and I wasn't believing them until I actually saw it with my own eyes. And then I finally realized, I'm like, you know what? That person is telling the truth. I'm going to say that person is telling 93% truth, because I've really seen everything that they've described to me. But I'm sure that there is a little bit of over-exaggeration or not being 100% true, because nobody is ever 100% right with anything. But I've seen this situation. I see the way it operates. And this person, she is right. And I do believe that she's been treated unfairly. But I had to be the one to see it. I didn't go, I went into the situation thinking, I'm not going to believe anyone, because I don't know until I see it, and I needed to learn it that way. Because I couldn't understand. I'm like, why is she so fucking angry? Like, why can't she just let it go? But now I understand. And these people have a way of kind of bringing that anger out in you when you're in that kind of a situation. So I totally understand why she can't let go of it, because it's so deep. It's so deep, like the years of living that way and the years of being mistreated and trying to make things different. Because her, like everybody else, is trying to figure out, where did I make my mistake? How did I wind up in this spot? Why was it me? Where it really doesn't have so much to do with her as it more has to do with the other people that are involved. She was just getting the brunt of everything. And I mean, it's clear. It's clear. Anyway. Gloria, a woman messaged me instead of saying I'm his wife. If you have a problem with him, please let me know. We can solve it now or never. Wait a minute, what is happening here? Is there more to that I'm not seeing? Were you involved with somebody that is married and you didn't know they were married? Is that what we're talking about? Tanya, I think Capricorn will eventually let go. I'm sad it didn't work out. It was a nice guy. I miss him. But if we could agree to disagree, yeah, I agree. So do I call her and tell her so-called husband has been having sex with me? Yeah. Yeah, why not? Let's see. I mean, it's up to you. I mean, you have choices here. You got the Seven of Cups. So you can make the decision. You don't have to. You could just leave things alone. And you can continue seeing him. He'll continue seeing you if that's what you want. But if you're looking, if he's lied to you about the situation or he hasn't been upfront about it and you want to get to the bottom of it, it may be worth it to just hear what she says, because why not call her back and tell her, you know? She can confront you. You can confront her. You could let her know. But that's really your choice. You need him out, then you have to cut the energy to the situation. You got to cut the energy, so you can either forget about her, block her, and end the story, or you can reach out to her, tell her what you want to tell her, and then end things. But you got to put your mind elsewhere to get rid of him. It's all mental. I don't know if anybody else has ever felt this way, but has anybody ever felt like after, like, you're at the point where you feel like, okay, I have to put this behind me, I have to let go. It almost feels like you don't want to let go, even though you're in a lot of pain, but you feel like, I still kind of want to care. I'm still kind of holding on to that hope. You have to kind of get rid of that piece. Once you finally make the decision that, look, this is not what I want in my life. This is not it. I don't want to be with a liar. I don't want to be with a liar. I don't want to be with a cheater, whatever the situation is. It's not going to make me happy. I'm not happy. I'm not going to, winning, you're really the loser. Because if you win the cheater, you lost. You lost. So, but you have to make that decision for yourself. Like, you're not going to get him and change him. He's going to be the same person, which is unfortunate, but he's going to be the same person. But you could call her, yeah. It's really whatever is going to make you feel better. Mihak, General for August. Anxiety eases and moves into the past when money comes in, finances improve, and perseverance pays off. Maybe paying off a bill of debt or a loan, listen to your intuition. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Maybe spending time with a Pisces. Tanya, why Capricorn just can't agree to disagree? I think it has something to do with that religion. Like, that religion may be part of it. You know, like, I just got a letter in the mail yesterday from one of these people. I didn't even open it, but I know it's another one of those telling me to, I don't know, come to Christ or come to a prayer meeting. I just can't do that right now. I'm just not there. Unfortunately, I'm not there, but thank you for the letter. But I don't think that they're going to stop even if I ask them to. It's like, I think that's part of it. Oh, cards for next week. You might have some good news coming in around work, school, or business. Life may change for you for the better quickly. Listen to your intuition. And you may have a Pisces around or an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. Listen to your intuition and life moves forward. Disappointment heals and moves into the past, and you're making decisions that lead you to success. It's 5D sex. What's that mean? I don't even know what that is. What is 5D sex? Oh, it's not physical sex? What kind of sex is it? Okay, then I wouldn't know. If you're not actually having sex with her husband, I would just forget about it, leave it alone. And I wouldn't contact him either. I would just put an end to it. I don't know what 5D sex is, but if this is something that's like imaginary and not really happening, I would just not get involved. I wouldn't say anything. Tanya, when you said my person would have religious beliefs or practice, you were right. I'm sorry. Hi, Anthony. Every day you learn something new, that's true. But once again, it goes back to the twin flame thing. Could you be having sex 5D? I don't even know what it is, but I wouldn't break up somebody's marriage over something like that. You know what I'm saying? If you're not actually physically carrying on a relationship with this person, I would just leave well enough alone. He's married, leave it alone. Sex in the fifth dimension, I can't. And what proof do we have of that? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I can't. That's like, to me, it's like the twin flame thing. Don't call up somebody's wife and saying you're having sex in some other dimension. It's not going to go over well. How do you even know? I know, it's like the twin flame thing. It's like anything else we believe in. You have the right to believe in all these things. You can believe in whatever you want. But I as just a person, would not suggest calling up somebody's wife and saying, I'm having imaginary sex in the 5D with your husband. I just wouldn't do that. I don't think that it's going to go over well. I don't think it's going to help anything, and I don't believe it. I don't know how you prove that, or, you know, like you could prove an affair, you could get caught in a parking lot, you may be going into a hotel, but you can't prove something like this. It's just like somebody believes in Jesus Christ. You have every right to believe in Jesus Christ. Do we have a physical Jesus in front of us? No. Some people believe, some people don't. It's fine. You can have your beliefs, but I wouldn't, you know, it's just like I wouldn't say to somebody, Jesus came to me last night and told me you need to get divorced, your husband is cheating on you. I wouldn't say that either, because I don't have any proof of that. I could have a hunch, the cards may tell me that, but they need to figure it out. So I wouldn't go down that route. I can't go by what other readers have said. I can't. How could you have sex in another dimension? I mean, other readers will tell you that he's the twin flame too. I can't go there. I can't go there. You want to believe it? It's fine. I'm not going to tell you can't believe it, but I can't tell you that some other reader, it sounds like we're feeding into the twin flame fantasy. That's what it sounds like to me. I mean, you should know if you're physically having sex with someone, and if you're not, then you're not. You know, like there's an exchange of like aura, and you know, like you're picking up things from somebody else. You've been with someone. If you don't have that connection, you're in some other dimension having sex, and some other reader told you somewhere that this is happening. I don't believe that. Yeah. Anthony, character of the lady coming into my sex life, single currently. You do have somebody coming in that could be a Gemini, maybe a Libra. You also could have a Sagittarius. There are people coming in kind, caring, sincere. Somebody may be very introverted or kind of on the quiet side, but yet very smart and intelligent and successful. You may have opportunities. Thank you. Thank you. It's getting interesting. Well, you know, look, I went to a reader once that told me that I would never have any good luck because I was born at the wrong time. My aura didn't close. I sat next to a tree and an evil woman wished bad on me. And because of that, my aura was black. I believed it. I believed it. I would never be with my soulmate, who was my high school crush, Colin. I was never going to be with him. She was right. I was never with him. But that's not the point. Like, she was going to tell me anything that I needed to hear to keep me coming to her, because she was going to fix my problem. So readers will tell you anything, you know, especially people that will tell you what you want to hear, because then you're going to keep going back to them. And could all of this be possible? All of it could be true. The black aura, the sex in the 5D, it all could be true. But if I don't have any proof of it here, I can't encourage it, because I don't feel like it's helpful. I just don't feel like it's helpful. And it was right on his forehead. Oh yeah, it was to sell me shit. What she wanted me to do was come back every week for $20, and she was going to give me a ritual to do, which I actually did the ritual, the first one. I remember I had to bathe with rose petals, and at the time, like, I'm like, how am I going to get to the florist to buy a rose? Like, it was just so random. So I got lucky, and my dad stopped at the gas station, and he just didn't ask why I bought the rose. I just bought a rose and took a bath with it. Nothing happened. I really thought that I was, and then it was my friend Mark. When he came and he heard what she was saying, I heard him outside the curtain laughing, and he was like, we're leaving. And I was like, no. I would have continued to go back with her. I would have gone back every week, because I was so desperate to be fixed. I wanted somebody to fix what was wrong with me. Butterfly A for the next 48. Money comes in, finances improve, maybe spending time with fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Life's moving forward and you're ready for it. Teamwork is favored around work, school, or business. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and a disappointment heals and moves into the past. I just now, you know, I'm older. You know, I'm not, when I was young, I believed these things. Now I just always think I have to see it in reality. You know, you're coming to my birthday party, you show up, it happened in reality. Now I'll trust that the next time you say you're going to show up, you're going to show up. You don't show up, I'm not going to trust that you're going to show up next time. I believe that now. This is a pattern you've created. I see the pattern. I'm not going to expect much from you. Doesn't mean that you can't be in my life. I just have to know what I can expect from people. Like, there's one friend of mine that I wouldn't call him if I was stranded on the side of the road, because he ain't going to show up. He's going to tell me he's going to show up, and I'm going to stand there. But then I have friends and people around that I know would show up, and I'm going to call those people. Yeah, I know. How could you be born at the wrong time? I know. But it made sense to me. You want to know why? Because my mom had a really, really bad labor with me. I was in not a good position. So it made sense when she said, oh, you were born at the wrong time. And then I'm like, well, I was, you know, contorted, and I came out funny, and I came out eyes up and folded in half or something. I don't know. It came out not right. And it was not good. And it took a long time for my mom to get me out. So it made sense when she said it to me. Now, I was also 17 at the time. And I also thought when I was 17 that I was going to be singing with Motley Crue. So this is where I was at that moment. So it made sense. It's like, when you think about it, 17 years old is not that far off from believing in Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy. Right? But when you get older and you're like, okay, now I'm an adult and I've been around the block a couple of times and that ain't happening, then you know, you don't believe it. But back then, it's like 17, like, what was it, just 10 years ago I was waiting for Santa? Tanya, $20 says, remember the lady I told you about wanted $300 to burn some candles for me? Yeah. Yeah, that's, I've had so many people tell me that. So many people. Anthony, I believe in twin flame, but not all are good. Like in one fairy tale, depends on how many, the frequency will come in. Some be low, some will be higher. I think it depends on willing of two people. I think that kind of sounds a little bit more like soulmates. Twin flames is supposedly there's one out there. And I've heard the opposite. I've heard the person that is out there that's your twin is the exact same of you. But then I heard the opposite, that the twin is your exact opposite. So you kind of like complete a soul, which makes sense. So if you're honest 95% of the time, the twin would be lying 95% of the time, and it kind of makes sense, right? Like a yin and yang kind of a thing. Which that to me even feeds more into the toxicity of it, because now you're thinking, well, hey, I'm not a liar. I'm a hardworking person, and this guy's a slug and hasn't worked a day in his life. He must be my twin. Oh, he doesn't want to know me? Well, I'm going to run after him. I mean, it sounds crazy when you say it out loud, but when you live it, you know, it's like, and somebody is telling you this, it's easy. We want to believe what we want to believe. We don't want to hear that that's not true. I get it. She said, I had a curse on me from my grandmother. Yeah, I did too. Some lady put roots on my grandmother. I rolled my eyes. Oh boy, here we go with the roots curse. They have a whole twin flame journey chart on Google. Yeah. Fatima, will I conceive a child this year? Children are free will. So let's see. So you have potential. Once again, it's free will. You decide you want to have a child with your partner. You have opportunity to have that child, but you have to make that decision. RK, general. Feeling ambitious, be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. New beginnings are on the horizon. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Life changes for you for the better quickly when you listen to your intuition. New beginnings are on the horizon around work, school, and business that could be bringing in more money. I need a rich twin flame. Well, you know, when I reconnected with my friend Matt, which was way back when, I was studying Kabbalah before I met him. Now, Kabbalah says they believe in soulmates. That's what I liked about it. It also believed in astrology. There were a lot of things that really resonated with me. Also, like, it's a very ritualistic thing, like with the 8 candles when you celebrate Hanukkah. All of that stuff really resonated with me. And what Kabbalah says is that your soulmate is usually, in Jewish religion, is usually your second marriage. That's why by Jewish law it's okay to get divorced, because they kind of see that the soulmate comes in as the second one. And although neither Matt nor I were divorced, they said that soulmates usually come from different backgrounds. So here I am studying Kabbalah, right? But I'm raised a Catholic, Italian Catholic from New York. He is a New York Jew. And I'm thinking, okay, the world has brought us together because we're soulmates. I went to the high school reunion. He couldn't go. He wanted to go. I didn't want to go, but we somehow were able to get in contact. Mountains will move when soulmates are meant to be together. This was all making sense to me, right? It was making sense to me. Come to find out, his sister was very high up at the Kabbalah Center, and she was very good friends with the people that like ran it, and I don't want to say owned it, but I think they owned it. And she was also friends with the rabbi that I used to speak to. So now I'm really thinking, look at this. Look at how this is playing out. Well, if the signs aren't there, but you'll see what you want to see if you're looking at it. And that's what I was doing. I was looking for signs to confirm my own beliefs that were not right. It wasn't right. He wasn't my soulmate. I wanted him to be. Now looking back, I'm glad it didn't happen, but... Maggie, love for the next 4 weeks. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you and listen to your intuition. Take time if you can for rest, relaxation, and self-care, and life comes into balance. Old wounds heal and move into the past. Maybe spending time with water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, or possibly a Leo. If you're feeling undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready. Like, sometimes I can't even stand my own self. I get it. Me too. I hate that I'm so naive. That's what I hate. Is there anyone else that I haven't answered for yet? Lizette, general for the weekend. May hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. You may be feeling grounded and stable and taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Disappointment heals and moves into the past. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities and the weight of the world slips off your shoulders. Payment, what to expect from WMC job offer. Surprisingly, I have an interview on Monday. Didn't you already get a job though? I wouldn't be surprised if you wind up getting another call back from this place. There may be more opportunity here. Let's see what happens. Tanya, Edward worked my nerves so much I think it may be constipated, my nerves. Oh, I believe it. I believe it. Emiel, was Shamika reach out to me anytime soon, and what would it be about? I don't see communication coming in on the immediate horizon, but you may hear from this person eventually. If you want to speak to them, I would reach out to them rather than waiting. Is there anyone else here I haven't answered for? Oh, that's the way it always goes. You get something and now you're hearing from the place that you want. It's so annoying. Anybody else? I'm going to try to come back on tonight. Yeah, Avery's got ice skating. I don't know what time we're going to be home. So if I get home early enough, yeah, I will. Otherwise, I'll be on in the morning. It feels hopeless. Did you forget about it? Find something else to do. Put your energy elsewhere. You know, my one friend, Jody, she's the one that like taught me how to teach yoga. She used to always say, we're in a hurry for everything. Everything has to be now. She used to say, when she started dating her boyfriend, he was newly divorced and he really wanted to keep it quiet. Like he didn't want it around the neighborhood. Apparently he had a lot of problems with his ex-wife. And she was like, well, I want to put it up on Facebook. And he was like, can't you just wait? What is the big deal? And she realized, she's like, what is the big deal? Why can't I wait? Why does everything have to happen right now? And like she said the same thing with like paying off debt. She's like, okay, so I have credit card debt, so I'll pay it off. So if I don't pay it off this month, I'll pay it off next month or the month after. But why do I feel like everything has to be right now? And she's right. I always think of that. Like, things will happen in their own time. Like people that are jumping from one relationship to the next, they're not healing, they're not learning anything. They're just cycling through the same bullshit over and over again. And who wants that? It's just not worth it. Mel, updated love for T the Virgo. Things may be a little slow for this person. They may feel like slow and steady wins the race. They do have an earth sign around, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. And there may be somebody from the past around them. They have the Empress bringing in love and money, but it might be a little slow. Or maybe this person is taking it slow and steady wins the race, which is fine. New beginnings on the horizon that could lead to a committed relationship. It could be with Earth, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, or someone from the past. They could be two separate people, or they may be the same person. Things move forward slowly for this person, but on solid ground. Adonis, V's intentions towards the connection at the moment. Maybe looking for growth, change, and transformation and a little bit more stability. Meanwhile, they're the one that's making it unstable. Self-sabotage yourself. Maybe looking for emotional support, success, and for communication to pick up. You're going to hear from this person soon. All right, I'm going to wrap it up. I got to get ready to pick up Avery, and then if I can, I'll come back on tonight. If not, you'll see me tomorrow morning. But if I get home at a decent enough hour, I'll come back on. Thank you all very much for being here. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.